Alright. Where we left off in the last episode. That's right. That's right, Kizuna died. It's time for the investigation. Hey, I still remember the buttons. Alright. The victim is Kizuna Tomori, estimated time of death around evening 9:30 p.m. The body was found at the control room in the school's second floor, the power room. There is a long cut wound on the stomach and excessive bleeding, along with a fatal wound on the esophagus. This wound is this wound's cause is the cause of death caused by a knife. Tomori. Clearly she prefers others and tried to hit on the guys, but she too in her heart wanted to change, and we were getting to know her too. She didn't deserve this. Not only that, although it was bitter, we were always cheerful with Tomori. The tension went up in a good sense, bringing energy to everyone. Dear Lord, she really didn't deserve this. So then, why? Why did you end up this way? I have no time to grieve. There's a lot of things that I need to investigate in order to find out the truth. It was the same time with Maki, but Tomori, I'm sorry for intruding. Really sorry. Tomori's body looked terrible. The whole body is bloody. As shown in the Monokuma file, the stomach and neck had stab wounds. The wound on the neck was still bleeding a little, and thanks to that, there was a bloody smell all over the room. This knife stabbed in the neck must be the murder weapon at first glance. It seems that this time the killer did not dispose of the weapon, or didn't feel the need to go back for it. But this knife, it's a kitchen knife. Does that conclude that the weapon could not have been anywhere but in the kitchen? I'll have to check the kitchen later. And there's one more question about Tomori's body. The wound on the stomach. The culprit ended her breathing by stabbing Tomori on her neck. The file also stated the fatal wound was in that location as well. If so, what's the reason for the stomach wound? If we think of a possibility, they stabbed in the stomach and then stabbed her right away on the neck, or... She was stabbed in the neck in a second attack after she fell down here. This is a crafty killer. I really don't know in detail because I don't have the specialized knowledge. Inori might know something, and I should consult with Kinjo as well. If I were the culprit, uselessly increasing the wounds would leave more traces behind. There has to be a reason for a stomach wound. Anything more to be found on the body? If I take a look, the time Tomori died is around 9:30 p.m. So whoever doesn't have an alibi for that time is a prime suspect. I'll ask the others about it and find out. It's time to move. Right. Huh? What's this? At first I thought it was just blood, but the blood appears to indicate the handwriting of something on the floor. X4? No, it's written 3 X's and a bigger X mark. Maida! Is that a dying message? The dying message? Is that something that comes out of a mystery story? Well, it's not necessarily only in fiction. It's entirely possible for victims to leave a clue of their killer. Then, this clue was left by Tomori when she died? Does this clue mean anything, though? Well, I can't confirm since I'm not a detective. It's possible the blood sprayed in that manner by accident. However, due to the circumstances, it is more likely to be a message. We have to decipher it. Yeah, wish I could know what it means. The last message Tomori left to us. Small x, small x, small x, big X. What does this mean? Let's see. This is what stands the most at the scene of the incident. The glass window is broken. I didn't know because it was dark, but through the window you can see the power room. The glass window on the power room was this one then, the window for the control room. But this window was broken for some reason. Did the culprit kill Tamori and break out through the window? There's a possibility. Break this window and come out from the side where the equipment is, then go straight through the door where it leads to the exit, the door of the second floor corridor. But I don't know if I were to go straight out the hallway. Anyways, if I were going to leave the power room through the entrances of the control room, what's the reason for breaking the glass if not for being used as an escape? If you think about it, it's not possible. Going to the control room to the entrance, using the window as an escape route, because if someone heard the noise from the power room, it would have been a matter of time being discovered. Besides, breaking the window must have made extra noise. I want a broken glass for no reason. For now, let's leave it as a reference for later. Right, this is what I've been concerned about from before. There was a long line of something running along the wall of the control room. Oh, it's a fuse, right? It's actually broken in the middle, cut with a knife. No, rather it's a burnt mark. The fire in the control room and this fuse. There could be a relation, right? Then someone triggers the fire inside the switchium through the fuse. Was this the cause? Who? For what reason? Perhaps the killer did it, but I got no idea why. Inori, are you doing an autopsy? Yeah, Kenjo took over, so I'm going to work hard. He took over? What do you mean? Well, he said he had something to check and went somewhere else. When I was doing Maki's, we made the autopsy together. What did you check? Also, how about we confirm things together? What to say? It's a terrible amount of blood loss. Humans have excessive amount of bleeding when about 1/3 of the blood volume flows out. This is not around 1/3 as you can see. It's amazing, and even that this amount of blood came out. Neck wounds are definitely fatal, but it would have self-coagulated to some extent after the heart stops. The amount of bleeding should have gradually decreased. That means, are you saying something caused the mass bleeding? No, I can't confirm this with just my opinion, but if your blood pressure is high, then there'd be a lot of bleeding, that much I know. In similar terms, there are individual differences. Well, there is a lot of bleeding in this case, meaning it must have taken a while before she died. Thanks to that, Tamori felt a terrible pain before drawing their last breaths. Who could have planned such a horrible murder? So there is a killer among us in this case too? Like the time with Higa, are we going to doubt each other again and accuse people? I think this has to be done. I know it's painful. I won't force you if you don't want to, but if we don't, that means we'll have no choice but to give up our lives. Yeah, I know. Sorry for the negativity. I'll work hard for their sake. As for my results of the autopsy, what I found out, the abnormal amount of blood loss. Oh, and the time of death does match with the Monokuma file. That's good enough information to help. Thank you, Inori. It's okay. You're welcome, Maida. I'll check Tamori in more detail in case I missed anything. Inori is having it difficult too, but she's steadily fighting the desperate situation on her hands. Let's do our best. I need to find out the truth. Okay, next is this. Huh? There's a piece of cloth that I see for the first time, but that's not the important issue. It's bloody. I don't know where this came from, but it's bloody, so it must be related to the crime, right? It's a little burned, but it's enough to cover a human body. Yeah, maybe the killer stabbed Tamori and she was bleeding, so they used the cloth to prevent it. Tomori suffered a lot of blood loss, so they had to contain it at the time of the murder. Of course, the cause of that was the neck wound. With the throat cut, they had to act fast as it would drip on the floor with every second. Preventing the blood from splashing was quite premeditated from the killer. Suddenly, when I turned over the piece of cloth, I was able to discover a few things under it. This is a lighter, right? A cheap, compact lighter that is used to light a small fire. It doesn't necessarily have the firepower to create a huge one. However, the fact that this lighter was here means this must have caused the beginning of it, so it's natural to say that there should be some traces of it being used in the room. Besides, it's not just that. The lighter was covered under the cloth together with another object. There's a crumpled paper here. Let's see. This is this thing again? I couldn't read the contents properly because it was almost burned out. It was difficult to recognize any words at all, but I knew where this paper came from. The secret note. Monokuma told us about this motive and shared it to everyone. There's also this. What is this? Yuki might be this. It's my secret note. Huh? Why is this at the scene of the crime? The contents are almost burned out, so I don't know what my secret written in here is. Fine, but if it's a shameful secret to me, then there are so many things. No way. Again, this motive caused another murder? Let's think this for a moment. Did Tomori pick up my note? No, wait. With what rights do you even base on? I'll look anyways. What? This is really useless information. Who would want to know this? It is a joke after all. What a motive for sure. Shut up! If you're old enough, you shouldn't be sleeping with your dad. You're a mess. Oh, okay, but how in blazes did they find out? The secret that Tomori picked was Otori's. So there's one possibility left. The culprit picked up my secret. It's possible they created the fire in order to destroy the evidence and burn everything? The weird thing is, was my secret going to kill someone that much? It can't be. Even though there were embarrassing secrets, there was no secret that could motivate a murder to happen. I'll take it. Maybe I'll find something out later. Hey, bloody claws. Are these the... Yes, it is. What's this? Something's broken. Is this a broken flashlight? Actually, there's two broken flashlights here. These must have been Tomori's and the culprits. Even with the flashlight, you need to turn on the dark switch. That could have been Tomori, right? Then how did the culprit manage to navigate without being noticed? But why are these broken? Was there a reason to break them, or... Oh... It's a bloodstain, but what is this? This seems odd, right? Tomori's body's clearly deep in the control room. The blood leads from the entrance to the power room. It's strange, there's no blood outside. Did the culprit kill Tomori and then ran away in a hurry? No, wait a minute. The fact that the blood is close to the entrance means that the struggle started at the entrance? So why are the windows broken? Breaking those wasn't a part of it? Besides, there's this blood near the entrance of the control room, but no blood anywhere outside on the power room. Did they wipe the blood spots of the power room? What in the world happened? Shoot. They missed another translation. Or... There are blood spots running towards the entrance. The criminal step Tamori escaped towards the entrance, leaving a trace. However, there's no blood spots outside the power room and the windows are broken too. What exactly happened here? Hey, Hatano? What are you doing? Oh, Maida! While I'm checking here. Do you know what that is? What is that? Burnt charcoal? Isn't that weird? When everyone gathered in front of the power room, there wasn't anything like that in the corner, right? Right, I was here too, but I couldn't have noticed that. First, shouldn't we check what it is? Hatano, what are you doing? Did you stumble into something? Hatano! What? Why is blood? Hatano, who was walking in to investigate the strange object, suddenly it grabbed her leg and she started bleeding. The flesh near the back of Hatano's left thigh was sharply cut and it was dropping a lot of blood. Hatano! What? I heard a Yami-chan scream! Yami-chan! Hatano? What is it? What is that wound? But before that, let's call Inori first! Quickly! Oh, okay, I'll call her. Hatano, how are you feeling? Everyone, don't come! Huh? Wire! There's a hidden wire! Wire? Looking closely at the place where Hatano fell, the bottom part, I was able to see a sharp wire that was hard to see. At least I noticed it, because of Hatano's blood on it. It's too thin to see with the naked eye. What is this? That burnt object was used as bait? Who installed a trap like this? Why? No, before that, what do we do with Hatano? If Inori was here, she's a surgeon, she might know what to do. I got Inori here. Yeah! Wait, Hatano, what's going on? Well, she got caught in a wire trap. Inori, what should we do? Wire trap? Why is that? I'll look at her vitals first. Chan, but is it okay? Is there a place to treat her? Currently, the nurse's office is locked. What place do we use to treat her wounds? That's true, but the amount of bleeding is bigger than expected. I have to do something about it quickly. But be careful, there's still a wire there. By Inori's judgment, she takes Hatano with her. It's okay, Hatano, as an athlete, she must have a strong will. Let's hope it's just a scratch. I'm worried about Hatano, but there's not much time left before the class trial. I still haven't figured out much. Curses, what kind of person would do this? It's not enough with killing Tamori, even trying to set a trap in Hatano. Is that wire far away? It was installed by the culprit, but was there a target in the first place? If you do a trap like this, it's a complete, indiscriminate attack against an unspecified person. I don't have much time to go through the details. I've only searched the control room, so let's quickly investigate other places. First of all, Hatano got an injury while trying to investigate this area, and what I found is... this looks like a black object. This is a flashlight. Another one? This flashlight is burned. There was also a fire inside the control room, so was this flashlight burnt at some point inside the fire? No, wait. If it was a flashlight, it was already inside the room? 2 flashlights were broken inside. If so, why is this one here? And who used it? burnt out, but you can see that it's a flashlight. If you include the ones inside the switchium, this would be the third flashlight. Okay, next I have to talk to... I have to talk to people. Maida-kun, is Ayame-chan okay? What to do? What can I do? Take it easy, Taida. I know you're worried, but the class trial will start soon. We have to focus on the investigation first. A friend was hurt, but you want to investigate? Is it that easy to work around like that? Oh, sorry, Maida-kun. To be mad at Maida-kun, it's not the right way to do this. It's okay, I understand. Once you start to calm down, I have something to ask you, Taida. Something to ask? Yes, not only you, Taida, but also in the dorms. Kinjo, Hitano, and Kotokawa weren't there. At that time... At that time, even though nighttime was starting, you didn't return to the dorms, right? Ah, that's right. Well, I tried to go back, but I couldn't because of this. Just past 9 o'clock, I was doing some cooking research in the kitchen. Cooking? So the reason why the food was already done every day was because of this? Yes. By the way, it seemed to me that there was a lack of a lot of ingredients today. Because I wanted to make different recipes, but alas, I couldn't. I made a mistake while wearing tempura, so all of the oil splashed on my clothes. I tried to go to bed soon, but I had to wash the whole thing in the bathroom because the washing machine wasn't working. Oh, I see. By the way, were you alone during that time? Yeah, Ayame-chan seemed to go training, because she was there before going to bed. So that's the case, I see. Yeah, Hisuna-chan, I'm so sorry. Thank you for telling me this. We must find the culprit together. Yeah, let's push on, Maida. It's the end, Maida. It's the end of me. Why, Otori? Sorry, I'm sorry. It may be my fault that Kizuna Tomori died. Wait, what does that mean exactly? Please calm down and tell me. Well, that is... Now when I think about it, something suddenly came to my mind. The second day, was it? It must have been the first night after breakfast together. These days, my routine was to check the items at the antique shop before late night. And as soon as I wake up the next day, I went there and checked the number of items every day. Are antique shops so good? I guess because you're a merchant, you understand it. That's also because when Maki died, there wasn't a lot of stuff used in the crime from the antique shop. I was worried that would happen again, so I looked at things every day and perfectly memorized the type and locations of each object. Anyway, so I looked at the items on the second evening and went back to the antique store as soon as I got up the next day. I found out some things were missing. What? What things? That's the problem. At the time, all the goods are still properly in order before I went to check. I can't think of what's missing. At all. But I know something is definitely missing. Otori, there's no doubt that the things that disappeared, yeah, were things that were inside the switchium. The fuse, the lighter, and flashlights. They all disappeared back then. So that would mean that the killer prepared the tools very early in this case? Well, I'm not so sure about that, but I'm certain the time the tools were missing was at late nighttime. Late nighttime? But at that point, only Mikaru, Tomori, and Odahara weren't with us. Who was wandering around late at night, right? Huh? Then the culprit is among those three? Then it can't be Tomori, she's already dead. Right, then that only leaves Mikaru and Odahara as one of them. No doubt, my memory of things is clear as crystal. It's still too early to conclude, but it seems to have been a good reference. Thanks, Otori. By the way, can I ask just one question? Is the wire that just hurt Hatano from the antique shop? Hatano got hurt? What do you mean? Oh, you didn't know? Just before the switchium turned off, the killer installed a wire trap. Hatano got caught there and she injured her leg. Huh? Wire trap? Why is that? Oh, was that the reason why Inori and Hatano just went out together? Yeah, I think the killer is more cunning than I thought. I haven't seen it, but maybe the wire did not come from the antique shop. What disappeared then was the fuse, the ladder, and the flashlight. There were wires, but those were not gone, so probably not. Is that true? Okay, thanks for the clue anyway. Did I help you? You're welcome. Let's do our best to catch the culprit, Maida. That's right, otherwise we will die. Die! Hey, all that's left is Tsurugi. Maida, what happened earlier? I saw Inori with Latano leaving the power room. Well, that is... I explained to Kenjo what just happened. What? Wire trap? I still don't know why the killer installed such a thing. Was it not targeted only for Tomori? If you're still aiming at someone like Atano was, it just adds more evidence to the crime. No, probably not. Huh? How do you mean? Looking at the case, the wire trap feels a little out of place. Out of place? I'll tell you more about it on the class trial. I have to do some research here now. Having said that, Kenjo looked ahead again. What Kenjo was investigating. Is this? Pieces of broken glass from the Switchium window? Yeah. This is also strange. Strange? The shape of the broken glass, temperature, and direction of the fragments flew off. I see. Can I take a look too? You can. Be careful not to damage the scene. The fragments were broken into pieces and splashed on the floor. Inside, I felt the darkness of that room little by little. Also, the shards were quite hot because of the fire. How did this even happen while we were resting? In the first place, I don't even know what was the time the situation even happened. Come to think of it, Kenjo, why weren't you at the dormitory at the time? You said to follow that rule, didn't you? Come to think of it, Maida, you weren't here back then. There were only 6 of us. It was Taida, Hatano, Kadokawa, Urahara, Mikado, and myself. What happened here exactly, with this fire? Why did the power room become like this? Yeah, I'll tell you. At the clash trial, I have to explain the situation to everyone once again. First of all, the reason I wasn't in the dorms at the time, if the others asked, it's because I discovered something. What? It was around 9 p.m. As I was about to go back to the dormitory after completing my investigation, I heard Atano scream. Hearing that there was a fire in the power room, I hurriedly headed to the 2nd floor of the school, where I met Mikado, Urahara, and Atano there. The situation at the time was that the smoke from the Switchium was leaking into the hallway, and we hurriedly went into to extinguish the fire with the fire extinguishers in the hallway. At the Switchium entrance, in other words, I went to the corner of the power room and turned off the lights, but suddenly I heard an explosion sound from the other side. That was this broken glass. When you heard that sound, were you all 4 together? Yeah, me, Hatano, Mikado, and Urahara were at the Switchium entrance. We had a lot of smoke, but we were close enough to confirm each other's positions. I see then. The only thing I can think of is the killer was inside the Switchium, broke the window and ran away. Have you seen any other person besides those 3? As I mentioned earlier, it was smoky, but I didn't see anyone else. Wait, but at that point, Tada and Kadokawa weren't together. I don't like cutting it here like this, but I'll tell you soon. Anyway, I turned the switch to extinguish the fire at the entrance, and when Hatato, Mikado, and me went inside, somebody was dead. At that point, the body discovery announcement came out, and after listening to the broadcast, Taida and Kadokawa came to the power room first. I don't know if you came after them, right? That's right. Then what about Urahara? You all went in together, but Urahara didn't check the body? Urahara heard me when I told him to check the back broken window and went to the other side. But there were no clues other than what we already see here. After listening to the broadcast, Taida and Kadokawa came. After that, the rest, including me and the dormitory, came, correct? Yes, it seems the overall development of this case is roughly in this manner. But something is questionable. To be honest, it's suspicious there's 2 people out when the situation happened. Maida, now that there's not much time left, instead of being with me, can you check on Taida and Kadokawa? I want to confirm if they stayed together before the body discovery. Can you find out about it? Are you suspicious of them? Well, it's sure they don't have an alibi, but... Then please do. I need to investigate the window more. Oh, Kinjo, 1 second. Can I ask one more thing? I just heard the whole situation from you, but I still don't get what's weird about the glass shards from the window. To simply put it, it's neatly broken. Huh? Besides, the structure of the window is strange. Look, even though the glass is broken and a body can pass through, the lights in the power room hardly reach inside the switchium, right? No matter what principle the room was made of, if it was marked and sealed at this level when the fire broke out, the outside of the power room would not have spread the flames more than what was expected. And this was the sense of incongruity you mentioned? Maida, there is no time. I can't explain in detail here. I'll tell you at the class trial. First of all, check out the alibi of those two people I mentioned earlier. Okay. I heard Kinjo's explanation, but I didn't notice anything strange that stood out. Is there something that can only be seen by him as the ultimate police officer? Anyways, I'll know when it comes to the trial. The investigation comes first. The headmaster of this school, Monokuma, wants to inform you that the fun is pouring out at this hour. It's already close to midnight, so let's hurry up and finish this. All of you, please gather at the door with the red carpet on the first floor of the school building. The class trial will begin. Oh, I hope this gets really fun. Maybe I'll enjoy it? Finally, it's time. Damn it, I haven't even investigated properly yet. I have only checked the power room and the switchium. There's also the situation with the Tano, and the timing was too late. Well, if I hang out here, Monokuma will kill me, because this isn't a joke. Let's go. Somehow, even with the information collected so far, we have to find out the culprit. It's not just me. If I put everyone's heads together, I can definitely go through this like last time. Oh, Maida! Hatano, are you okay? I applied first aid as a substitute for a bandage. It stopped all the bleeding, but... Hatano, the time is already running out. We have to go to the trial. That's all we can do. Yes, I heard it too. While I received the first aid from Minori and returning to help more with the investigation, it just showed up. We can't help it now. No, don't overdo it. Rather, is the leg okay? Hatano? Maida... Hatano's leg... She... Well... What is it? The truth is, my left thigh tendon has been cut. I can't even walk. The damage might be permanent or not. Only time will tell. What? It was unfortunate that the tendon part got cut so much. I don't know what would happen if I had surgery right now. Also, I don't know if there's a room on the school to do this risk. Wait a minute, what does that... You can't walk, let alone run? Actually, the lower part of the thigh, I can't feel it. Without Inori's support, I couldn't have made it here. This is so outrageous! It's nonsense! Hatano, you're a track field athlete. Is that okay to lose one's talent in vain? I'm sorry. If only I were a doctor who could fix it at once. Stop. It wasn't Inori's fault. However, Maida, we shouldn't be arguing here right now. Isn't the class trial about to start? But Hatano, in the future, even if my legs were intact, if you fail the class trial, you all will be killed. This is fine. I can worry about my legs later. So, let's go now. It's enough if Inori supports me. I'll do it. Hatano... I tried to be calm, but Hatano's body gradually was trembling. You would be the most desperate yourself, even if an ordinary person can't walk anymore. It's a shock. Nevertheless, I have to try to overcome the class trial for everyone, with only a strong mentality. I got it. You're right. When you die, it's all over. Let's go to the trial. Everyone's there. Yeah. Coming back in here. I remember when Kyoka-chan died. Ugh, I was kinda hoping this would not happen again. Tano, is your leg okay? Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, no problem at all. Inori gave me first aid. I'll get better soon. For the time being. Inori will support my footing, so that's all. Tano? Is that so? I'm really glad. We can go to the trial with confidence. The trial. Trial. Class. Trial. I'm going to stand in this trial with confidence! Wow, I was wondering when that was coming out. I see. By the way, Kodokawa is... Where is she? Huh? I can't see Kodokawa in the room. Mikako-chan? I haven't been able to see her during the investigation. Where did she go? Now wait a minute, they disappeared at this hour. Could that be it? Kodokawa is the culprit? What did you say? Kodokawa is the killer? No, that's a hasty judgment. Maybe something went wrong? Hiya, you're all here. Woo, this time I'm kind to you. I came out on the entrance. Face to face. You done releasing the bowels, right? I'm really nice, aren't I? Then are we going down underground like last time? I'm sad no one pays attention to respond to me. What are you saying? We're missing one. Where did Mikako Kodokawa go? Huh? Weren't you all together? Oh, it's true. Is that girl nowhere to be found? Unbelievable. Does she want to dip the class trial? Way up. I'll bring her now. But what's this girl being late for? She could die if she's late. Damn it. Hatano, who was injured, also came here. She may lack legs, but she doesn't lack guts. I'll have to give that woman a training regiment. Well, I mean, Kodokawa is not really the culprit, right? What do you mean, Kabashikawa? Kodokawa is not that kind of person. Not that kind of person? Did you guys not see Mitsuhito Higa as the guy who started the killing at the beginning? That was... Or are you going to claim he's an innocent person? I mean... Something's odd. Didn't you guys used to tackle my words all the time? Kizuna Tomori did that often, but that bitch died. Hey maid, for some reason, you're being awfully quiet. I thought you would be first to put a rebel attitude. Huh? Me? Sorry, I didn't hear. Taida, are you okay? Come to think of it, you seem less energetic than usual. Can you tell? Oh, I just have something to think about. You idiot, the class trial will begin soon. Of course no one has the energy for this. Idiot? Why, of course I'm an idiot. But it's weird. As a suggestion that Kodokawa disappeared, she could be considered the main suspect. It's worth putting into our topics for later. Even Kensho thinks that. I can't confirm it yet, but some of my suspicious figures were selected during the investigation. Kodokawa is one of them. Why Kodokawa? Let's talk about that in the class trial. Discussing here will only get things agitated. Well, yes, but Kodokawa still needs to be here for the class trial. Everyone waited long enough. I brought the latecomer. Mikako-chan. Hurry in. This is the first time, so I'll be flexible in this particular case, but next time, I'll punish you with no questions asked. Well, now all 12 of you finally got together. Like last time, I'll be going down first, so take the elevator to proceed. Kodokawa, what happened? I haven't seen you since the investigation. What have you been up to? I don't think you came from investigating, were you? Hey, I don't think she plans on opening her mouth anytime soon. Why don't we leave the bitch alone and go down already? It doesn't matter if you want her to speak here. Kodokawa! Trial, after it's over, I'll tell you. This is suspicious. Very suspicious. Headaches. Alright then, if you are the culprit, you won't be able to survive when the class trial's done. It can't be. It's not her. Kodokawa, was there a reason you were being late? Now, everyone, I know you don't like doing a class trial. I wanted to stop the situation somehow. But it happened. It's really futile at this point. What will happen next? First, let's pass the trial and talk. Now only think about surviving the trial and clear your minds and eyes from any misconceptions. Kenjo was right. I couldn't afford to think differently right now. All we must do is survive. We are again at a crossroads of life and death. Yes, let's clear up our minds and face this. Surely we can make it. We can figure out the culprit. Yes, I'm not alone. Everyone is here. I hate to doubt someone again and turn them into a killer, but I have to. Again, I have no choice but to do this class trial. If you do what you think is correct for everyone, you'll be able to find the killer.
Sasuke investigated very seriously. Honestly, I found nothing. Sorry.
Is there really a culprit within us? The culprit who killed Tomori? Hey, sorry. I keep getting lost. I can't do this. There's something very bustling about this case. I just need to tell everyone that my leg is fine for now. It would increase confusion if we tell them the truth. I don't think it's the right time. I'm worried. Something doesn't look right for everyone. How long are you going to stay put here? Let's hurry. Again, another hellish trial begins. All of us are the accused. I'm not going back out at all. I'm not going to back out at all. Come in here twice. I feel like I'm gonna be sick on my stomach. Well, let's go.
Let's reveal the corrupted thief and committed murder again.
It's really painful, but I have to do it. Cheer up, everyone. I'll open the elevator door. The elevator goes down underground with a rattling sound. It was the second time I felt it, but my heart didn't calm down again. There's no guarantee that the culprit will be revealed safely this time. I have to do my best, but I'm a little nervous this time. I could only investigate the power room and the switchium, and I don't even know who the culprit was. Can we properly guess in this state? Maida. Kurokawa? Yes? Kurokawa talked in a very small voice in the elevator to me. Her voice was in whispers, so without realizing, I answered in whispers too. It seems the others didn't hear because of the elevator's noise. Kitchen. I've been to. Knife. One was missing. Oh, really? Seems Kurokawa went to investigate after all. The fact that one kitchen knife disappeared means that the murder weapon on Tomori's neck was brought from the kitchen. And... yeah? Never mind. Kurokawa seemed to have something to say. Kurokawa is a unique girl. Even though the number of words seems to be few, when I really need it, she talks more than I thought. But thanks to the information Kurokawa gave me, the source intake is becoming more clear. It will be helpful for the trial, even a little. I'll take note of it. For a long time, the elevator carried us down to the basement. With a huge shake, the elevator arrived to the class court. Alright, let's go.
You're all here! Great, let's start a late night class trial. The room looks different than last time. Of course! If you always do the same thing in the same interior, all the tension dies, right? Change, it's a law that we all need.
It's a repulsive room.
And it's you're noisy and starting to fall asleep, so why not go to your own seat? Everyone seems to be prepared. I feel a very different atmosphere since last time. Is it because you went through a trial once, or is it because your trust is falling apart?
Shut up and start, you damn stuffed toy.
Hey, it's not stuffed toy, it's Monokuma. I'm not upset. Whatever. Even if you rush me in, I was gonna start anyways. We should finish quickly and everyone go back to sleepy time, yeah? That is, if not an eternal sleep for the majority. Okay, let's start.
Again, the tension starts flowing as we stand in each bench. It's like making a wall to make each other suspicious. When I stood here, I realized once more that it begins again. Tamori, a girl who was a classmate, she was looking for affection recklessly. But at the end, she opened her real self to us, and it wasn't bad at the very beginning, no matter what anyone thought in the process. The killer who murdered her so badly. And not enough with killing Tamori, the culprit who committed an unforgivable crime that made Atano lose her leg, with a trap aimed at random. The trial to uncover the killer begins now. The trial that risked her life. A lie that took her life. A betrayal at the risk of everyone's lives. Giving an excuse to survive. An excuse to kill. A fake trust in our classmates. A life-threatening debate. A life-threatening excuse. A life-threatening trust. A life-threatening class trial. And as always, this will be where we end the episode for now. So in the next episode, we start to put the pieces together and figure out exactly what happened with Kizuna